Fantasy Football Week 1 Preview. Scores, projections, and key matchups. Your ultimate guide. The start of the NFL season always brings a flood of excitement and tough decisions for fantasy football managers. But here's where it gets controversial. How well do projections really serve your team's needs? And this is the part most people miss. Understanding matchups and defensive shadowing can be the difference between a winning lineup and a bust. This comprehensive Week 1 fantasy football playbook, crafted by Mike Clay, a veteran ESPN senior writer and member of the Fantasy Sports Writers Association Hall of Fame, breaks down everything from projected scores and win probabilities to detailed fantasy advice for both season-long leagues and daily fantasy sports, DFS. You'll get crucial insights on sit-start choices, last-minute waiver pickups, and lineup locks, making this your one-stop resource for smart decision-making heading into the season opener. Crucially, we've integrated the previously separate shadow report directly into our matchup analyses. By diving deep into play-by-play data, we can identify how defenses are deploying their cornerbacks against wide receivers on each play, who's shadowing whom, and what that means for fantasy output. Tracking these specific WR versus CB battles unveils opportunities and risks invisible in traditional stats, helping you craft smarter lineups week after week. If you want even more in-depth data, the weekly Shadow Report WR versus CB cheat sheet is a must-see resource that codifies these matchups into an easy-to-digest guide. Keep in mind, our advice is geared toward typical 12-team PPR leagues, featuring common setups: 1 QB, 2 RB, 3 WR, 1 flex, 1 kicker, 1 defense, special teams. But we also note considerations for shallow or deep rosters. Data charts include every player projected to score at least 6 fantasy points and all team defenses. Matchups are figured using an exclusive formula accounting for how opposing defenses have performed against each position, adjusting for volume and quality. Weekly player rankings and projections stay fluid and will be updated right up until kickoff, reflecting injuries or late-breaking news. Although rankings and projections generally align closely, you may notice some players ranked slightly higher or lower based on upside potential or risk. Let's break down key games and fantasy insights for Week 1. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Atlanta Falcons. Projected score: Buccaneers 27, Falcons 23. Lineup locks: Baker Mayfield, quarterback; Bijan Robinson, running back; Bucky Irving, running back; Drake London, Mike Evans, running back; Emeka Egbuka, rookie. Shadow Report: Mike Evans will likely be shadowed by Falcons cornerback A.J. Terrell Jr., who covered him consistently last season. Despite this, Evans has produced solid fantasy numbers in those matchups, including 2 games surpassing 20 points. With key targets Chris Godwin Jr. and Jalen McMillan out, Evans is primed to be Mayfield's primary option. Rookie Emeka Egbuka also looks like a valuable addition. Over-under, 49.5, 4th highest. Win probability: Buccaneers 64%, 7th highest. Cincinnati Bengals versus Cleveland Browns. Projected score: Bengals 27, Browns 20. Lineup locks: Joe Burrow, Chase Brown, RB, Jamar Chase, WR, T. Higgins, WR, Jerry Jeudy, WR, David Njoku, tight end. Fantasy Scoop: Rookie Quinshon Judkins has yet to sign, boosting Jerome Ford's and Dylan Sampson's chances as lead backs. Ford's consistent production last year makes him a safe RB2 flex option against a vulnerable Bengals defense. Over-under, 47. Win probability: Bengals 73%. Miami Dolphins versus Indianapolis Colts. Projected score: Colts 23, Dolphins 22. Lineup locks: Jonathan Taylor, running back; Davon Achane, running back; Tyreek Hill, wide receiver, running back. Shadow Report: Miami's depleted cornerback group, highlighted by newcomers and rookies, creates opportunities for Colts receivers like Michael Pittman Jr. and Josh Downs to start strong with Daniel Jones at quarterback. Rookie Tyler Warren could also emerge as a surprising flex option. Over-under, 44.8. Win probability, Colts 55%. Las Vegas Raiders versus New England Patriots. Projected score, Patriots 25, Raiders 19. Lineup locks, Ashton Jeanty, running back, Trevayon Henderson, running back, Jakobi Meyers, running back, Brock Bowers, Shatter Report, Stephon Diggs makes his Patriots debut while recovering from ACL surgery, but faces a Raiders secondary with notable weaknesses. Though risky, Diggs, alongside Jakobi Meyers and other wideouts, should see considerable targets. Over-under 44.2. Win probability, Patriots 69%. Arizona Cardinals versus New Orleans Saints. Projected score, Cardinals 24, Saints 19. Lineup locks, Kyler Murray, QB, James Conner, RB, Alvin Kamara, RB, Marvin Harrison Jr., WR, Trey McBride. Fantasy Scoop, Spencer Rattler, a fifth-round rookie quarterback for the Saints, will test his mettle in Week 1. His prior limited and inconsistent rookie performance raises red flags for Saints receivers like Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed, making them risky fantasy plays. Over-under, 42.1. Win probability, Cardinals 68%. Pittsburgh Steelers versus New York Jets. Projected score, Steelers 20, Jets 18. Lineup locks, Breece Hall, RB, DK Metcalf, WR, Darrent Wilson. Fantasy Scoop, this defensive slugfest promises a low-scoring affair with limited fantasy upside. Expect Hall to still be started due to draft investments, but a quiet debut is possible. Jaylen Warren may see lead back duties for Pittsburgh, but with a committee approach including Kenneth Gainwell and rookie Caleb Johnson, Warren is best viewed as a flex option. Over-under, 38, lowest. Win probability, Steelers 60%. New York Giants versus Washington Commanders. Projected score, Commanders 26, Giants 20. Lineup locks, Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, wide receiver, Terry McLaurin, wide receiver. Fantasy Scoop, running back options are murky here. With Brian Robinson Jr. traded away, Washington looks to a committee featuring Austin Eckler, a receiving asset, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, and Chris Rodriguez Jr. Eckler is the safest back for fantasy purposes. Jabari Neighbors might face harsh shadow coverage by Marshawn Lattimore, but Lattimore's recent health and consistency concerns reduce